Hi engineers, good day. Welcome to the quantity surveying community. This is Basit Ahmed, quantity surveyor. Here we are learning all the practical skills and software skill required for the quantity surveyors. Today we're going to learn about the column concrete takeoff in the Costec as well as the shuttering for the column. In my previous video I have explained the raft concrete takeoff. Please have a look. So this is the raft that we have done in the last video. Now let's move on to the column. For the column we need three sets of drawing. Number one is the floor layout or the column layout. Number two is overall structural sections to understand the floor heights between the roof. Each floor heights will differ, so we definitely need that. And number three is the column details to understand the width and length of the column. Here we have the column details. So let's have a look of what are the types of columns we have. Before that, one small tip: please don't confuse between the wall and the column. It will look similar, but you have to understand with a use of the tag. Here you can notice is W9, so these are the walls, these are the shear walls, so don't confuse between column and the walls. C1, here it is 120 by 60, which means 1.2 meter by 0.6 meter. So every columns are in different measurements. Here we have planter column as well. Planter column means it will start from the middle of the roof. Next we have to refer the sectional details. So here I have the sectional details. Here you can see number of floors are in our building and what are the heights between the floor. For the column and walls they will have dedicated separate plan. For the training session I have already imported few sample of drawings from ground floor to level 1. So we have 4 plans here. Let's start doing the takeoff in this plan, and it will applicable this same method applicable for remaining floors as well. Let's start doing the takeoff. To start the takeoff, as usual, dimension, click add. Okay, name the column C1. The size of the column 1.2 meter by 0.6 meter, and you can mention the column ground floor to podium 1. This is the description of the takeoff. Write as per your wish. I have written like this for my future reference. Here I have a folder. I will folder it in column. So now is a important point. We know for the column concrete we will measure in meter cube. We need a volume. So we can directly measure the volume here in the Costex. So if we count the number of column, if we given length, breadth, depth and everything in this tab, Costex will directly calculate the volume. As it is a beginner friendly training, let's go with a count, and concrete quantity we will measure in our manual method by simply doing count, length, breadth and height. So go with a count. So display quantity is count. Don't need to enter anything here as we are calculating manually. You can choose the color here, whatever color you want and whatever shape you want. Click insert. Now we have to mark the C1 column. Yeah, there is only one C1 column. Now let's mark the C2 column. Repeat the procedure again. Yes, I have done marking up all the columns. You can notice this are the wall. As I said before, don't confuse between wall and the column. Here is a W13, so this is a wall 13. This one will do in upcoming videos. As of now, we have marked all the columns in the ground floor. So I'll repeat the same for the every other floor, and then we will move to the Excel takeoff work. Now I'm going for the podium 1, and then I'm repeating the same process for the other floors as well. Yes guys, you can notice now I have already mark my quantities, column ground floor, level 1, podium and podium 2. Now I am opening a workbook and I have inserted every data we have done in the cost text to the Excel. Two things you can do it here. You can either directly work on this sheet or you can copy paste the data to the external Excel sheet. Here is the quantity which we are going to price it directly. So column we can't price it directly in numbers, right? So we need a meter cube for the column. We have the details, length, breadth and height, everything. So we can do it externally. We'll copy paste the data. As of now, as I said, I don't want to make it anything complicated, but I will definitely do a detailed video of cost text. While doing that, I'll teach you how to work on this sheet and how to directly derive the quantity. But if you watched my previous video, I did the quantity directly on cost text because that's a raft quantity and we don't need a much of breakdown for the quantity. But for this column quantity, we definitely need the breakdown for the future and further references. That's why I'm doing it externally. I'm copying this one. Okay, now our takeoff sheet is ready. We have derived the number of quantities here. So let us enter the length, width and height. Before that, identify the height. So we need ground floor height, podium, podium 2 and level 1. So as we are doing the superstructure column, we are doing from the ground floor. So it is 4.6, podium 3.7 and the first floor level it is 3.9. Just keep in mind the column level we are taking SSL to SSL. We know the height. Okay, before that we know the length and width. Let's enter everything now. Yeah, now the parameters we have entered for the concrete quantity, numbers, length, width and height. For the shuttering quantity, we need a perimeter and we need a numbers and height. So let's enter the formula now. Product. Let's multiply all the parameter. For the shuttering, we need a numbers and then perimeter. Yeah, now we got the shuttering quantity and the concrete quantity for the column 1 in the ground floor. Let's copy paste the formula to the entire. Yeah, that's it. We have done the takeoff for the column works, concrete as well as the shuttering. I hope this video is very much useful for you. If so, please leave a like button, and if you have any doubt, comment it below. I'm happy to assist you at any time. In next video, I'm going to cover the sequential topics like all the beams and the remaining concrete works, and followed by masonry, all interior architectural, and how to do final BOQ with the quantity which we have derived. Hit the bell button so that you will never miss out my upcoming video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in next video. Bye.